Welcome, I'm HOJ, and in today's video I'll be doing a standard event with my mono white Lifegain deck that I recently just hit Mythic with. And just want to thank you guys again for watching. If you're new, for checking out my channel, I really do appreciate it. And then kind of what I'm hoping we'll do is get a chance to over maybe some of the next couple days. I just started sort of dipping my toes into limited, so I'd love to do some limited videos if you're interested. Otherwise, yeah, I really enjoy standard, and so can continue doing standard as well. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and jump in. Just take a quick look at the deck before we do. So here is the build. I'll also have links in the description for all of my different deck playlists, which includes this deck, so you can see the evolution of this deck, where it started and where it finished. I think, yeah, in yesterday's video hit rank 130 Mythic, so very happy with the deck so far. And then kind of at the end, we'll do a little bit of a wrap up. But I have, I think, currently 19 play-in points, so it'd be great to go ahead and, if I can win, get another play-in point to get 20 for upcoming premier events. So with all that said, let's go ahead and jump in. So this is going to be first to either 7 wins or 3 losses. And I've really enjoyed kind of slowly working and figuring out the kinks with the mono white Lifegain deck. I've been really happy with it as it's been kind of coming up through the ranks all the way to hitting Mythic. The other thing is I don't have enough rares currently to craft sort of all of the other decks that I'd like to try in Standard. So part of the reason I'm looking at doing a little bit more potentially drafting in limited and also standard events is to help build up some more rares so that I can show you guys more decks. Okay, this opening hand looks great. We've got stuff to do. Kind of a little bit of a, maybe it'd be nice to have something in the middle here, but yeah, very happy with this. Okay, looks like we are up against most likely Dimir mid-range. Or I guess maybe Esper, Kieran, sort of like, and Esper Pixie maybe. We've got to kind of get ahead here a little bit before they start bouncing and just replaying all of their threats. Oh, and Cosmogrand. Yeah, that makes sense for that to be in that deck. Okay, let's go Channeler plus Hawk here, I think. We could go like Fancier first, but if we do Channeler and then Hawk, we get 4 triggers versus just 3. And I'm not sure if this deck runs counter magic. I wouldn't be surprised if it has like maybe Phantom Interference or something like that. Perhaps even No More Lies. but mostly just going to be removal. It's like this enchantment, then also the -3/-3 enchantment. Yeah, they just want to do that over and over. That makes sense. And I think we'll just lose the Healer's Hawk here. All right, so now we'll just go Sanctifier Fancier and then set up and then use starting town to make sure we pay a life to give this thing flying and vigilance. They probably just take it here. Okay. Okay, we'll just lose Fancier here. Sure. Okay, nice pickup. Make sure to pay a life here so we can get this thing flying in vigilance. And now we've got 2 threats, so they're going to need double removal to deal with them. Yeah, and that's going to do it. Okay, 1-0. So this is going to be a little bit longer than my regular videos. Could potentially have up to 9 games, just depending. Whew, love this hand, but we need 2 mana at least. So we're going to go ahead and mulligan. Okay, that looks better. What do we cut here? I think we honestly probably cut the encampment. Actually, maybe the Fountainport. Alternatively, we could keep the land since we've got Exemplar, which would be great. And maybe cut Sheltered by Ghosts. I just kind of want... We don't really have any other like triggers for Lifegain, so it's sometimes very important to keep something like Sheltered by Ghosts, but... yeah, maybe we go like... This is really... I'm not sure actually what we cut here. I think maybe we cut Pridemate and go for Sheltered by Ghosts. My only concern is like if the toughness matters, this could be better than Channeler. I do want to keep the land, I think, just because of Exemplar. Okay, I guess our opponent just threw in the towel since we were taking too long. That works. Okay. Another one-lander. Got them all again. Okay, that looks better. Here, I think we probably throw back the flanker, just because it's good in some matchups, but it's not amazing in others. And also we want to have kind of stuff to do and a little bit of removal. So if like we're up against Reanimator, I'll be kicking myself, but I think it's maybe the weakest card here. All right, so this is probably, is it Cauldron, I'm guessing? Nice pickup there on the Sanctifier. Now we can go for Haliya plus Sanctifier to get the card draw. Okay, 4-color control. Should we start building? I think I just like drawing more cards, to be honest. Then we can get Exemplar going. All right, let's get in. Yeah, that's a nice pickup. So I think this deck runs maybe 1 or 2 copies of Ultima. It doesn't have that much mass removal just because it really leans on like Jeskai Revelation and the 4-mana 3-color, whatever it's called, or Impending Doom, I think. Basically destroys a permanent. They gain 3, we lose 3. They do have, I think, No More Lies. Maybe. I can't remember, to be honest. Okay, I think we get in first and then see. Yeah, because we can't really play around No More Lies anyways, so I think we just get in. Or actually, let's play Exemplar first because the life gain does matter on the attack. Yeah, I'm kind of torn over whether to attack first or not. Okay, they do have No More Lies, so Pridemate wouldn't have made it through either. But like maybe we should have like smoked it out with the Pridemate because this is a better card. It's hard to say. Yeah, probably we should have gone Pridemate, I suppose. Now we can go Pridemate into Flanker. Again, I don't think they have a ton of mass removal, so I'm a little bit more okay about extending here. Three steps ahead, sure. Now we can go Flanker to gain enough life to draw the card. All right, let's get the channeler going. So if they have Ultima, I guess they get us. Have they got it? No. Okay, I guess we just go channeler and see what they've got. I guess if they have removal for a Lurker Bat, we don't draw cards unless we go for Sheltered by Ghosts. They're at 7. So I think they're forced to at least kill one of our 3/3s. Yeah, I think we just hold this, honestly, and just see what happens. Sure. Okay, they're looking for Ultima or board wipe of some kind, I'm guessing. Yeah, because their main plan is just to go up to like Jeskai Rev. Haliya is good. Ultima or no? Okay, there's the inevitable defeat. Haven't got it. That's good. They're at 8. Let's get Haliya going. Now they've got Jeskai mana. It's a pretty big swing. It's like they draw 2 cards, bounce something, do 4 damage, and gain some life. I think that's what it does. Yeah, there's the Jeskai Rev. Shelter by Ghost is actually really good here, though. It's not quite game. Drop them to 1. We spread them out, or do we just stack them? I think we probably spread them. I guess we could put both on like the Lurker Bat, since it flies and makes it harder to interact with, and it has evasion. I don't think they have like Meringue is the only other creature they have though, so it's not a huge deal. All right, let's. I don't think the life super matters, which is why I don't care about putting on the flanker, I don't think. I guess they could rip. I think they're probably more likely to have something like this again, so I just want to play everything out. Okay, I suppose they have. If that can't be countered, then maybe it would have been better to spread it. They're definitely gaining quite a bit of life here. Okay, they paid for this. That means that they probably have another Helix, I'm guessing. I suppose they could have another No More Lies, but we don't have anything big. So probably Helix. Sure, that'll work. Flanker, is that good enough? I mean, it's not bad. It also scries for us, which is pretty good. So I think it's probably fine. We want to put all of our eggs in this basket. I guess if they have another like Helix, it's kind of annoying. Maybe it'd be better to... Let's see, they now have... Do they have another black source? So they can't activate Fortress. So I guess let's go put it on Zora here. Just spread it out a little bit. Okay, they did have Ultima. Sure. I guess in theory they could draw into 3 steps ahead, so maybe we just do this main phase. I don't think... I guess is Jeskai Rev, is that a sorcery? No, it's not. Yeah, they don't really play sorceries. I think I just play this. And let's go ahead and scry. Fountainport is actually pretty good in the situation. Don't need Sheltered by Ghosts. It's not like flashy, but it kind of gets the job done, I think. Although, I mean, they can start gaining life with this, which is sort of annoying. So maybe we can do better than Fountainport. Fountainport's pretty good. I think I keep Fountainport. It's not flashy, but it does start creating an army. Ooh, they've got Meringue. Question is if they go for Fortress here. Guess not. Now do we draw? Try to, or do, I mean, I guess they're at 3. They're low enough that maybe we just threaten here. I mean, it's possible they have like more like Lightning Helix nonsense, maybe more inevitable defeats. So they might not be quite as low as we think they are. I think Jeskai Rev also gets them some life, right? Yeah. Maybe we start drawing cards here. We also know they have Meringue as well. Fortunately, nothing doing here. Kind of slowing down. Okay, that's a nice pickup. So we could kind of tap out to just draw an extra card, but we can do that later too. I think we just sit. Although now we can start. Oh, interesting. Sure. I think we want to just start making more creatures here. Let's see. So if we have 10 mana, we can go Haliya for 1 and then double Fountainport to draw. Okay, let's get in first. Now we can play the encampment. And get in for some more. Let's see, can they activate? They can activate here, so we would only be pushing 3 damage. I think we're fine with that though. Let's play Haliya first, just so we have it out there. And then whichever one they block, we'll just use to draw a card. Okay, with 6 mana. I guess we don't quite have it, or wait, we have 7 mana, so we can draw a card here if we wanted to. I think that's worth doing. Because then we can still make another one. I suppose we could have saved that to like the next, or their turn, but I just wanted to see what we drew. That's fine. Maybe they have another Ultima. I think they might run 2 copies. So it's certainly possible. Probably just another Jeskai Rev, to be honest. Oh, they do have the Ultima. Okay. Okay, so now if we Haliya for 1, that gives us enough to do a bunch of other stuff, I think. Can we do it for 3? Still have 7 mana left after doing these 2. I suppose we could. Yeah, I guess we go Haliya for 3. Maybe they just have like another Ultima here, it's possible, and then we just sit. Consult for 12. That card is so great. But yeah, these Fountainports are doing work. They do have Day of Judgment. Okay. Here I thought it was just 2 Ultimas. Let's see. Rest in peace. Oh, that's actually decent for case. It's actually randomly kind of annoying. Okay, so they have Day and 2 Ultimas. I guess there's actually no point in even casting this. No, I suppose it still has the creature. When a creature enters, we gain life, so there's no that part. And I think we just sit. I suppose we could like make a creature and draw a card if we wanted to, but I kind of want to get the Dalkovan going. So I think we just sit here. Sure. Okay, Sanctifier is nice. Now we have enough mana. Let's see, 3 for Dalkovan. That leaves us with 6, 7, 9. So we can do at least one of these. Ooh, Pridemate is good. Okay. Then I think we want to keep both Fountainports for making creatures, over doing another map token. I suppose I could have sacked one of these tokens to draw cards. I think I just want to make more creatures here, though, because we are getting them kind of low. But we could use Fountainports to sack the tokens that we're going to die anyways, which is a nice combo. Man, Consult for 14 is busted. Day. Do we want creatures or cards? They're going to be able to activate once. Guess we could hit them for 4 next turn. And play Pridemate. Would we rather have 2 more cards? I don't think so. I think we just want board presence here. It's a tough one. Go to 9. Yeah, I think building a board is a little more important. This way, if we have two creatures, like even if they have a removal, we can still ensure that Dalkovan happens. We don't have another source of gaining life yet, though, so that is kind of a problem. I guess we could use Sheltered by Ghosts, but we probably want that to be on Pridemate. Ruin-Lurker Bat will do it, but it's not a great way. It's pretty slow. I think we can do better. Do they have... Let's see. They probably have either Get Lost or another, like the fourth Helix, I'm guessing. Okay, I think we just push. Nine mana, so we could... If we played the Pridemate, then we can draw a card, or sack one and also make a token. I think let's do that. Oh, you know what? That's a mistake. There's the Helix. Let's respond, since we don't have enough mana, by sacking one of these. I almost forgot to get rid of these tokens. We want to sack the other one. I think we want a blocker here, perhaps. This is tough. Yeah, because we can't quite push. If we make an extra creature, we can hit them for 4, 6, 7 next turn, but they can get a little bit higher. Maybe we just draw. I think I'm going to draw. Maybe we should have been drawing earlier. It's hard to say. Like, they have so much life gain off of all of their cards. Ooh, Meringue is pretty good. Yeah, that's a beating. Now we're in a tough spot because we've got to make sure that this Sheltered by Ghosts sticks, which is unlikely at best. But I think we have to. And also now we can't go Dalkovan Encampment, which sucks. So, maybe we should have made a creature. I think there's a decent chance they've got counters here. Actually, they can't counter it because they don't have 2 blue. That's fine. This is pretty thin though, so it's a real chance that they have an answer here. Do we want to wait or start drawing cards now? I think we wait. So they can get us low, but they can't quite kill us. Okay. I guess they can kill us if they use triple. 2, 4, 6. So we have to block with Channeler. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Yikes. I don't think we have no instant speed. I suppose we could try to fish for Kutzil's flanker. That's our only out, I think. But we don't have enough mana. Yeah, this is terrible. I didn't think they'd be able to triple activate. That was, I guess that was on me. Well, we don't just die, but it's certainly not good. Okay, and then in response they bounce this, and I think we have to just draw a card here. Yeah, it's not gonna do it. We can sack 1 token and search. I think we're done though. Yeah, close game. I feel like I biffed it somehow. I'm not sure where. I think there were a number of times when, like, making tokens versus drawing cards, I may have potentially done one of those incorrectly. But that was a fun game. Definitely sort of went back and forth a little bit. They certainly had more board wipes than I expected. 2 and 1. Opening hand looks good. Could use another white source. Looks like we're up against blue-white control. Yeah. Let's open with Healer's Hawk. I guess if we don't draw a white source, we can just go into... Oh, never mind. I guess just Sanctifier plus Haliya is okay. I almost don't want to play the Haliya though, because we don't draw the card, and like the life total doesn't really matter, I don't think. Because like next turn we can go like Sanctifier plus Haliya, or sorry, have Sanctifier in play and then go for Haliya and Channeler. So I think that's probably the move. Of course, by then they'll have counter magic up, but I think that's still the play. Consult the star charts, sure. This way we get our card. All right, now they're holding up counter, pretty sure. I think they also probably have Get Lost here for the Essence Channeler, which is fine. So I don't think we want to play Haliya here into their counter spell. Probably go Healer's Hawk to play around No More Lies and see what they do. I think we want to stagger our threats because this deck definitely has, I think it's like 3 Day of Judgment, 2 Ultima. And no reason here to play Haliya. Yeah, I think we just want to sit on that. Okay, there's the Get Lost. We'll put on the Hawk. Oh, this is great. Now we can use our Fountainport to start drawing cards. Yeah, almost assuredly they have 3 steps ahead. Split up. Okay. Exemplar is nice. We could go for, actually we don't have enough mana to do the rest, so let's just go Exemplar here for the guaranteed card. Okay, that's pretty great. Do we want to save that for card draw or just another counter? I don't think we care about the damage so much. I think we want to save that for maybe potential card draw if we need it. Although we could maybe find more mana now. So I think I'm actually just gonna maybe get a little bit more damage in. That is a nice pickup. I think we'll leave that. Okay, there's day. Okay, so now we can go Haliya. Not quite enough. Sanctifier, Haliya. Yeah, we can't draw the card. We could just go like Sanctifier, Pridemate, which is still pretty good. They'd need like another day. I think we just do that, honestly. Suppose if they have split up, it's pretty awkward. Like, force them to have another full board wipe. Which of course they've got. Sure. Okay, Haliya plus Channeler is still pretty good. Sure. Can do that again. Suppose we could also go Haliya plus Channeler. Oh, we can't, we don't quite have enough to make another creature. We could do Sheltered by Ghosts to get rid of Meringue, but that is kind of dicey. Also, we're at 30, so I don't think we care super much about that. Okay, why are they looking at the seam rip? Are they trying to bounce that and then use it on one of our guys, maybe? Oh, you know what? I wonder if they have 3 steps ahead and they want to like copy this to get rid of probably Channeler. Because it copies a permanent, right? So I guess in that case we put Sheltered by Ghosts on Haliya instead. All right, either way, we're paying a life here. Do we want to do Fountainport first? I guess let's do Sheltered by Ghosts. Yeah, they had the 3 steps ahead. Sure. It's annoying, but it's not like the end of the world. Now we just go here, Sheltered by Ghosts, get rid of the token. They're looking at their seam rips. I'm wondering if they drew another one. Maybe another 3 steps ahead. Flanker is pretty good. I think we Haliya for 1, just to give ourselves more mana to do stuff. So let's do that here. I guess we could have done it for 3 and then still had 3 for flanker, but I'm considering using the other Sheltered by Ghosts. This way also, if they bounce our guy with another 3 steps ahead, we can get rid of the other copy again. Now we can go like Sheltered by Ghosts on Channeler to get rid of this Seam Rip to get this. That's kind of thin. I guess we just attack and see what they do. Because they don't have enough to double activate, so we can just make a creature in response or play Kutzil's Flanker. Sure. And I think it's probably, if they have counters, I think it's a little safer to maybe make a token. Just because if they have no more lies, they could potentially counter our Kutzil's Flanker. So this is a little safer. Of course, if they get rid of Haliya here, they could just do that, I suppose. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, that's annoying. But we can rewarp this and draw a card, which I like. So I assume they attack here. They just want to draw cards? Sure. So I think we try to get Haliya down. Do they have another counterspell? Be super annoying. No more lies. Okay. I guess that means we don't attack, but we do want to keep our Haliya. So they put us off it for one turn. All right, we've got 7 mana. I think we want to take the opportunity to go Flanker here and Sheltered by Ghost to get rid of this thing. So with that said, I guess we put Starting Town. case could be good. We've got a big yard, if we can ever get it back. It is kind of a tall ask. We can start gaining life though with Fountainport. If we can ever get this thing going, we totally get there. Sheltered by Ghost might make it possible. Channeler. Yeah, I think I actually like this setup. Okay, there's the case. Now we can make a decent sized creature, I suppose. Is a 3/3 good enough? Or we could just draw a card and then play, yeah, that actually seems better. Healer's Hawk. I think we can do better. It is a way of gaining life, I suppose, but it's... I think we can do better. I'm not sure if I should have held that plains. Maybe it would have been better, but I do want to, like, we have a lot of stuff to do with our land, so potentially playing it out makes sense. I could have seen potentially holding it though, just for like the what if factor. Okay, drawing tons of cards. A little bit leery of playing another major threat here. They've got one Ultima. Yeah, we've only seen 2 or 3 forms of mass removal, so there's a decent chance they've got another board wipe. So I'm a little bit leery about playing the Pridemate into this. I think we pay 1 and go for Dalkovan, making sure to not tap the wrong mana. Oh, you know what? I should have played... maybe we play Pridemate there. I think there's enough of a chance that they've got a board wipe that I'm not sure that it's worth doing. So if we make 1 more creature, we go to 3. We can go to... Yeah, we can't quite turn this on all the way, so I think we just hang on to it. We could draw a card here, but like if they try to kill this next turn, I want to be able to make a creature in response so that we can put all the counters on it. So I think we just sit. This way they need 2 removal spells or board wipe to deal with it. Okay. And of course they got the bounce. Since they're committing a little bit, I think we probably do too. And then I think we wait to make a creature end of turn and save this to give us the option to be able to sack it instead, just depending on what happens. Curious what they've got here. The nice thing is their deck doesn't have nearly as much life gain as the 4-color control deck. Okay, so let's... There are 3. Let's get another creature going. What have you got at instant speed that I should know about? I guess they probably have like 3 steps ahead for meringues. They can bounce 2 more things. At least that's my guess. Right now they can add 3 more blockers. They can have 4 blockers total. They're going deep in the tank on this end of their own turn step. Did they just time out, maybe? Okay, that's great pickup for us. Yeah, I think they might have just timed out here. All right, we'll take it. 3-1. Take a little break. All right, 3-1. Opening hand looks good. Yeah, I'm wondering, just depending on if we draw, maybe we hold this until turn 3, or turn 2, just to, well, turn 3 probably, in case we draw a couple other cards, or we just gain the 1 life now. Don't really know which is better. I think I'm going to wait. I just haven't really played much that way before. And in case we draw like a couple other 1-drops, we can possibly like get the extra card draw, which would be great. Might not work. Maybe we just lose the life, but at least open to that line of play. Okay, this is one of the worst matchups. Azorius Artifacts. They have 4 copies of Pinnacle Star Cage and I think 4 repurposing bays to go and tutor for them through basically anything like this. So it's super gross. Yeah, actually, I guess we can go. I'm a little bit leery about using the Sheltered by Ghost right now because it's good for Star Cage. That being said, these are both higher than 2-drops, so maybe we just get the extra card right now. Warp this in. And get the extra card draw. I suppose he could just go Star Cage on 3. Which would be annoying, but yeah, there it is. I guess he gets another clay-fired bricks, which is pretty great for him. I don't know. I think it was maybe worth it. So we can either go like Sanctifier Haliya and set up, or we can go like Exemplar of Light and then get ready to push next turn. Or we can do like Sanctifier plus Channeler, which is okay. I kind of like Exemplar of Light. It's a little... Well, the only problem is he has a number of like the... I think think it's sort of like Banishing Light, except it's an artifact, and at any rate. So maybe we just go Haliya plus Sanctifier and set up. Yeah, that's probably better. It's close. If he has board wipe here, it's pretty awkward. Yeah, Perilous Snare, that's the card I was thinking of. So if we had just played Exemplar of Light, that would have been worse, I think. Now we can go Bat plus Exemplar. Although maybe we're supposed to run out Channeler first, but then like it's weak to another Star Cage, so I don't know. Maybe we hold the Bat here. No, actually, that can't be right. There's basically just so many cards that he could have that are just incredibly bad for us. Yeah, that's pretty bad. And then he turns this into a Perilous Snare, and then he gets that. Yep, there it is. Okay. Well, we've still got Channeler. So let's get Channeler going. If he has another Star Cage, it's... I guess he can't just Star Cage immediately unless he has a 2-drop into Star Cage. I mean, we're just basically dead here if he has what he needs. I guess if he does, we'll hold up... Yeah, there it is. Okay. So now we can just flanker for a pseudo-threat. Okay, let's try to play around that. I guess it'll negate 1 life. Okay, we can go for Channeler. I guess he gains a life here, but I think it's still worth going for. Okay, let's make another creature. Good lord. So many repurposing bays. Sure. I think we just draw a card here. I guess, well, we attack first and draw a card. I don't think we play the Pridemate. Trying to think what he could do. I think either way we want to draw the card because it doesn't really shorten the clock. Come on. Oh, what a beating. Then he can use that to go and get Star Cage. Oh my god. This is so annoying. All right. I think we make him go and get Star Cage with this. I suppose he could get one of these instead. And I assume he runs 4 of these things. Yeah, like he just has to get Star Cage with it, right? I suppose we could just make this thing a 5/5. Be equally annoying. I guess if he gets Star Cage, we at least have the ability to make a creature and then kind of... I mean, it's so bad with these Authority of the Consoles. Oh, God. I think we just sit. Okay, now he's going for it. Okay, and he natural drew the other Star Cage. Got it. Okay. So I think we try to go for it a little bit here. He's going to gain some life, but that sort of is what it is. Then we'll block and draw a card on this one. Probably. Whew, that's a good one. So he's going to have like a bunch of 9/9s or 10/10s or whatever. Star Cage. Or wait. Chariot. Sure. Why not? It's a start. Okay. He's going to gain some more life. And he's going to be able to go and get other synthesizer, which will be super annoying. But I think it's still the play. Yep. Maybe we put this on the Sanctifier? No, that can't be right. I suppose we could have gotten this. Maybe we should have gotten the synthesizer. The problem is then he just uses Repurposing Bay to turn this into another Star Cage, and he just gets it back. The real answer is we're a little bit screwed here, but there's kind of no good no good answers here. Yep, there's the other Star Cage. Sure. Okay. I guess in that case, let's gain a life. Oh, never mind. That's just going to get hit by the Star Cage. Whoops. Yeah, that was a mistake. Don't know if he can just kill us here. Triple authority, the quadruple star cage. Oh my god. Yeah, that's gonna do it, because then he can swing for 39. And cool. All right, 3 and 2. I think this deck is like, I don't know, 1 and 4 against that deck or something. It's just, it's so brutal. But I think that deck just gets completely hosed by Reanimator, so yeah. This is definitely a fun deck, though. In most matchups, you got a pretty good fighting chance. And for some of the other decks, I think I'm like maybe 8 or 9 rares away from a couple of those, so might have to do a little bit of grinding, but Sand is not as good as it looks, but it's all right. We'll keep it. We could definitely use another white source. Mono green. Oh, that's really good. Mono green beatdown, I think. Or maybe Simic Omniscience. Yeah, mono green beatdown. Okay, I think we can warp both of them. We'll lose one, but oh well. Unfortunately, this is not really the deck to have the slow draw against. So what does this one do again? Oh god, just find some more land. Yeah, that's really good. Okay, Channeler is really nice. So the order doesn't matter here. That's a nice pickup. Hopefully he doesn't have Snakeskin Veil to go with it. But that's just a problem for tomorrow. So does he double on each creature? Oh, that's fun. So he's swinging for quite a bit here. I think we have to block with Sanctifier, because otherwise he just hits me for 28. Or not 28 exactly, but another 12, so 26. So we have to block at least one. Alright, so I think we warp in again and then go Sheltered by Ghosts. And hope he doesn't have Snakeskin Veil. I think we still might die. I guess, yeah, so we go Sheltered by Ghosts, we take one of these out, we swing in for 5, go to 15, have no blockers, he plays a land, we die. Okay, it's not perfect. We could also play another Haliya, and then we would have to block both, so that doesn't work. I guess we just have to play Sheltered by Ghosts and then block. So then he gets it back and gets a refresh. I think that's the only way out. We just had kind of a little bit too slow of a draw here. Does he have the Snakeskin Veil? He does. Alright, that's awkward. So assuming he has nothing, we have to sit back and block. I suppose we could go to 16 and then, no, we have to sit back and block, never mind. Actually, never mind, he just doubles the counter so we still die. Yeah. All right, and that's it. So unfortunately, we did not get there. We ended up going 3-3, which, you know, the blue-white artifact matchup is really quite difficult. I think we could have navigated maybe the earlier matchup, but this mono-green one that just had too quick of a draw. Couldn't get rid of one of his creatures. So we got a little bit back, not enough to cover our entry fee, but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I do think this deck is great. You know, again, I did take it all the way to Mythic, so it is possible. Just kind of depending what you run into, but we'll see you in the next one. Yeah, and again, if you like the content, if you like sort of what I've been doing and looking at possible, maybe some limited stuff, let me know and consider subscribing if you are enjoying it. All right, see you in the next one.